Hi everybody, today we're going to focus on some spine strengthening isolated poses. So I'm going to walk you through some of these poses that are really great for building the foundation of a healthy spine and maintaining a healthy spine over time, especially if you do any kind of manual labor for work or if you're sitting at a desk for a large period of time during the day. These are some great poses that you can do maybe in the morning or maybe at the end of your day to make sure that you are setting yourself up for a healthy spine for life. So let's get started. Many of these poses come from the Hot 26 style yoga created by Bikram, and we are going to take a look at how these poses kind of work with the spine. So one of the first poses um, is a traditional forward fold that we might see in vinyasa. We're going to inhale, the arms rise, heel toe the feet together so heels and big toes touch. We're going to sit back on the heels, keeping the spine perfectly straight. So in order to do that, we have to tuck that belly button back toward the spine. And on the exhale, we begin to reach that spine downward. Fingertips kind of draw a line in front of you. And when those fingertips come toward the floor, we release the arms. Tuck one set of fingers behind underneath the heel and the other set underneath the opposite heel. Forearms come behind the calves, and we lift the tailbone up toward the sky. Remembering to breathe here. And on your next inhalation, release the fingers. Bring those arms to the biceps, the squeeze toward the ears. Arms are in a nice long line. Upper body is sandwiched to the lower body. We're going to inhale, sit back on the heels. Draw that line up toward the sky. And inhale, beautiful. Exhale, bring those arms down. We're going to take it down to the floor. And I just want to show you fixed firm pose. This is a really great, this pose has changed my life. And it's a really great pose to fit into your daily routine. So let's get started. So we're lying on our back. We're going to pull one knee in toward the chest at a time. So inhale, bring one knee in toward the chest, flexing both feet. Remembering to breathe here. And with that third exhalation, I want you to pull the knee over to the outer edge of the rib cage. Again, keeping both feet flexed, toes curling back toward the face. So we're really breathing into this hip crease. A lot of times, lack of hip flexibility is what can cause low back pain or even low back injury. And exhale, let's switch out the legs. Probably should have put my mat the other way. Both feet are flexed. Again, head and neck is in alignment with the spine. And on your next exhalation, pull that knee to the outer edge of the rib cage. So we're breathing into the hip crease. Inhale, lift both heels up toward the sky. And on the exhale, bring both knees in toward the chest. We're going to wrap our arms around the knees, reaching for the opposite elbows. And chin tucks to the chest. So I want you to imagine we're trying to decrease the space between the back of the neck and the earth. We're trying to flatten out the spine, so we're squeezing the knees in toward the chest. Lower back, mid back, upper back is all making contact with the earth. Exhale, release. Let's roll it out. Now, there are a couple ways we can do this, and we've actually done this in one of the previous videos. But you can do this from a standing position. You can also, maybe we haven't done this in a previous video. You can do this from a standing position. You can also do this laying on your back. So I prefer to do it laying on my back sometimes if I am at work and really in need of this pose. So we're going to create a figure 4. So I want you to imagine one leg is extended, the other leg crosses over. We did a spinal stretch like this, but we didn't focus on the hips. We're going to reach and interlace the fingers behind the extended leg thigh. Bring that extended leg to 90 degrees. We're going to hug that leg in toward the chest, and that elbow on the bent leg side, we can kind of use that to put a little tension on that leg so that it doesn't come in toward the chest. It just deepens the stretch here. Beautiful. And let's take it to the other side. So again, elbow can work to keep that knee from caving inward, and we're reaching the hands interlaced behind the extended leg to hug the knee in toward the chest. And release. Beautiful. Roll it up. The last one that we are going to do is a little spinal twist. Now, sometimes these spinal twists aren't for everybody, and that's okay. Maybe you stick to the first 3, and you're like, yeah, I'm good with that. But a spinal twist is something that I usually like to incorporate into a cool down of my yoga practice, and it just feels really good. Sometimes I'll even come into this pose like right before I go to bed, just to make sure that that my spine is feeling great before I lay down to sleep. So we're gonna open the arms up to a T. This one we definitely did do. Legs come to 90 degrees. We're gonna drop those knees over to one side, looking out over the opposite fingertips. So here we have hips are facing in one direction, upper body is open to the sky, and the head is rotated in the opposite direction of the knees. So we're fully twisting the spine, making sure we're keeping that range of motion, which is so important. Inhale through center and slowly lower to the opposite side. And this is nice too because it engages a little core. You can move it in slow motion, taking it from one side to the other, and that activates the obliques, which is a little added plus. Inhale, take it to center. I'll give you a little bonus one. So happy baby is a classic cool down pose, and you just take those little circles, grasping onto the big toes with 3 fingers, taking it in one direction and the other. And there's a reason why this is such a popular pose. One, it fosters an innocent creativity, right? Babies come into this pose before they know that it's weird to lay on your back and roll around in little circles, but we are finding our innocent child inside of us, and also massaging the digestive system. So there's lots of benefits to this pose. especially leg and hip flexibility as well. But we're really massaging those glute muscles and the low back here, which is always great, especially if you walk or run a lot. We can get tightness through the hips and glutes and low back. And this is a great way to roll that out. A lot of people don't incorporate rolling into their exercise routine, but it's really important to roll out any muscles that you're working so that you increase the speed of your recovery after your workouts, and also decrease the discomfort and soreness that you might feel after you're really working hard on those muscles. So hopefully some of these poses can help guide your own independent yoga practice. And if you're joining me on this summer yoga challenge, this is a quick little session for today. Thanks for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next time.